Hey guys, and welcome back to another video. Dad, then it is a preview for the Preston game. However, a bit of Christmas feeling today, isn't it?
Well, then I'm going to be honest and open with you because I know that I'm portrayed as a bit of a goon in the video, which is quite right, and I don't blame you. I had a little bit of a tumble at Stadium of Light, and it wasn't P-I-double-S.
It wasn't actually P-I-double-S.
No,
yeah.
But anyway, listen. Today is some big announcements.
Go on.
But first and foremost, in honour of King Carlos, are you Kingy?
Like
We
King
are
Carlos.
doing a preview show against Preston. But before we do, Dan, we do, I've got to remind you, Santa's come early for Midlands because today I've got 3 special presents.
Yeah, make sure
But
you stay
can
tuned for
remind
that.
me. Now, unfortunately, I don't like doing these kind of things, but costs I've spent a fortune, and you have. And by the way, so many other ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, and everybody else who supports the album. And may I say, first of all, I salute everybody, the travelling fans who went to Stadium of Light.
Yeah. There's one for Jace as well. Big up to you, Jace. But
Merry Christmas, Jason.
I was actually going to mention about that. Actually, big shout out to everyone who went, by the way, because what time did we get back? It was about 4 o'clock, 3:30, wasn't it?
Well, I don't have any pleasure in telling you that the coach journey was arduous. I think that being as we're not affiliated with anybody, I think the person within the establishment that we support, whoever made the decision to go with the said coach company, I wonder if they would join me on the trip to Plymouth and sample the delights of a very uncomfortable chair and a bad back.
And
Merry
bean sardines.
Yeah, Merry Christmas to you all.
But no, I think overall, brilliant support. I think it was around 600, 400 fans who went to the Stadium of Light. Big shout out to them. I think, what was it, a 400-mile trip, was it?
Yeah, I know. I'll put it this way. It took 5 hours to get there, and I had to have the afternoon off work. It took 5 hours to get back. We didn't get to the Hawthorns until 3. I dropped you off. I didn't get home till 4, and I had a half an hour break, and I had to start work because you know what? We need to pay for our little excursions, just like everybody else.
Yeah, exactly.
The friendly faces we saw, I can't name all of them, but I know that I saw Ruby's mum and dad, commendable. We know so many people, and I just can't name everybody.
Big shout out to Rich as well.
Yeah, and George, and Levi, and Sophie, Jack,
yeah.
Richie, big Richie. Richie, you're nominated, by the way.
Yeah,
now,
okay.
last but not least is this. Now, in order to really go for gold with this channel, we need your help. We need to reach 5,000 subscribers. Once we reach 5,000 subscribers, I've got a present. Now, I've got a present so far, but deep into my pocket, just to show, you know, that we're not all bluster.
Yeah.
And can I say something, Dan?
Go for
A
it.
little bit of a being mod on it. Now, I know you work tremendously hard, I don't. No. Listen to me. It's your brainchild. You started from scratch. I am so thrilled that people take the time to comment. Some of the comments are outrageous.
Yeah.
Really good. And I know other sites. But I don't know. The comments just don't seem to add up to me. But anyway, so the subscriber thing is, if we get really big, what the drummer boy is we're going to see hopefully at Preston's with you know what. All we want to do is not for profit. It's to cover our costs. But anyway, it's Christmas. I'm not going to ask anything else just yet.
We'll go on to the game, shall we?
Can we just cover the Sunderland game first?
No, yes, we're going to do first, yeah. So we'll go across Sunderland game. I think people were a bit unhappy, the ones who were watching the game from home, and maybe at the game it came across a bit differently, because I thought we really defended well, Dad.
Yeah, I think that, you know what, I didn't realise it at the time, that Palmer got booked for time wasting.
Did he? I didn't even notice that, yeah.
And my notes suggest what this. Albion have been classed. Albion's risk-free approach. Carlos Cook. I guess what we're being called.
Draw specialists.
Well said. How many is that then, Dan?
I think upon on screen now, I think it's 8 or 9 draws.
Point
now.
for 8th time in 9 games. So it looks this. Their negative tactics were clear when only after 35 minutes, keeper Alex Palmer was warned about time wasting. So you know something. It's all right for everybody else to shut up shop when they come to the Hawthorns, but when we do it, listen, we're Albion through and through. You ain't going to get us complaining. The Lord's our shepherd. We abide by the rules. You know something, on any given day, we could have got tanked. On any other given day, we could have tanked them. So for me, although we wanted 3 points, I would rather come away with a draw, because all these add up at the end of the day, Dan.
They do add up, and I think where it comes to, I disagree with that, is I think it was Dave Hollow, wasn't it? Big shout out to you, Dave. He's probably not watching the video, but he's a brilliant ambassador for Albion. I think he said the fact that these draws, if they turn into losses, then Carlos will be under pressure, because it's something like that when you go into games when you draw in consecutively, and then one win consecutively.
Consecutively.
Yeah.
I thought you said consecutively. Sorry, Joe Wheeler. I know what you're on.
And
Didn't mean to pull you up, sorry.
No worries. And the problem you're going to have with that is...
It's Guinness time down. I've broken up for the week, so... Sorry.
No worries. I think when you do draw a lot of games and you're not going to win them, I think we are going to start to drop, and we can see now we've come out the playoff spots. While I'm not worrying by that, and I thought defensively again, it was a really, really good performance. My worry is going forward, that is, we didn't offer anything at all in the game, and that's where maybe...
Why is that though?
Are we relying too much on Maja? That's my question.
I think you're right there, because the view that we had from the fabulous away end, right, you could really get clarity on what we were seeing, and from my eyes, right, we used the width of the pitch extremely well, but we didn't use the middle bit. We had the players coming in from the channel. You had Mikey Johnson, you had Tom Fellows, but listen, away from home, I think we're still work in progress.
We are work in progress, yes, but then that's where sometimes I feel like we need to realistically put these teams to the sword, where we have got the quality on a day. And you know an interesting fact is, while we always say, oh yeah, in that game of really defensive, didn't create many chances, there's about 3 good chances in the game, and at least 1 or 2 of them were Albion's. There was one when Maja had a shot and it's gone wide. The main one was, I think Lewis Dobbin had the ball across from Tom Fellows, and he shot it on goal. Yeah, and he's put it wide, but we all thought he was going in for a second, and he should have scored. It was a plain open goal. Realistically, he puts it on target, and he doesn't. And I think those chances, well, realistically, it could have been a snatch and grab.
Yeah, you make some really succinct comments there. One thing I would say is, you know what, and I do apologise, because I'm just Albion through like everybody else. I actually think, and I know people are going to throw pelters at me, that Devante Cole has got something to add, because being that it was a fresh air, I thought of it from a completely neutral point of view. What you've got to imagine is, obviously we're invested emotionally in the Albion, right? But if you take a step back and take a pragmatic approach, these players, right, are paid to do a job of work. So to them, they're not our relatives who are fighting tooth and nail to get us promoted. They're being paid to do a job of work. And in every walk of life, like mine, like yours, I make mistakes on a regular basis, on a daily basis. So we have got to be cautious and say, look, they're allowed to have a day off, they're allowed to make mistakes, but the very, very minimum is have a positive look on your face, right? We're not world beaters, right? They've only got a certain skill set, but there are certain players, and I'm asking people to comment on who they think they are, who quite clearly don't want to be at the club.
Yeah, make sure you leave the comments down below, guys, because I really do appreciate them, as always. But again, I think it was a good performance in the sense that we haven't actually realistically got a full squad, especially the back line. It's a bit timid just because the likes of Semi Joy's not there, Paddy Monair's not there, and Holgate's filling at centre back when he's more like a right back.
I thought he was poor, Dan.
Did you? I thought I could see him mistaking him, but again, clean sheet. No disagreements from me. I thought he's ace.
You know something, you're my yin to my yang, and you know what, I totally agree with that. I'm just trying to think, because it was that late. May I say, by the way, you mentioned Dave Holloway. What time in the morning did we have that conversation? In the hall, outside the hall?
Probably about 3:15.
And you know what, I was alright up until he said that, and I thought, I had a eureka moment. He's right. If these start turning into defeats, which they could do, but isn't it funny, right? With the Albion, we've got Carlos there. Man City, who could buy the world, they're struggling with the same approach as Carlos is doing. So somebody made a brilliant comment about the fact that if you could ask Carlos anything, it would be his style of play. Does it replicate Bielsa's and Pep's? But anyway, stop waffling. So we'll go on to the Preston game. But when you're ready, my man, my young boy, let me know when you want me to dish out the awards.
Yeah. We're going on soon enough. But I'll quickly go over the Sunderland game once again.
Just going to get me notes, look.
But yeah.
As you know, viewers, and Corty, and your daft mate, what's his name?
Who?
Mr. Carroll.
Luke.
Yeah. We do not throw this show together.
But finally on the Sunderland game as a whole, I thought we did realistically stop them from having the chances. I thought Joe Bellingham, he's a great player on his day. We know he
was quiet.
And he was quiet just because of what we were doing. I thought Carl Bartley's cameo that he had made a difference.
I'm glad you said that.
I think he changed, I'm pretty sure, I think it was to a 5 back at one point. I thought to myself, realistically, we're looking really, really good.
Yeah, actually, Dan.
Especially the back.
Thanks for mentioning that, because I was critical. I said, somebody on one of the previous vlogs said, would you, excuse me, would you have Carl Bartley back? And I said no. But it turns out to be Yeah, so it was a good. Who was your man of the match?
It's a good question. Probably it was. I'll go to Hagen. Hagen was excellent, I thought, throughout.
Yeah, I think my biggest worry with him would be that it's suggested, and I'm not trying to wind people up, that Maja, someone's looking at him.
Yeah.
We know about TF.
Yep.
Now the worrying thing is if Hagen goes, we're in some deep water.
We would be in some deep water. Tell me about it. But I was going to ask you this question because I think you said this to me in the stadium, and people have said it as well online, that there's one player who really didn't show themselves, and I completely disagree. I thought his sparks was Mikey Johnston.
And me, yeah.
Because a lot of people online have said that
No.
he didn't show anything of why we bought him for $3 million. But in that game, he had a bit of quality about him at points. While he was coming in a bit too much, and he probably should have gone down the wing and put a ball in the box, I thought he was the one player who had a bit of spark about him and had actually put a threat to that Sunderland back line.
I'll tell you what, excellent comment, Dan. It leads me on to something else as well. That's what I was saying previously about it's a job of work. We don't know. Bear in mind, how many people do you go to work with, and you don't, and they're acting strange and this, that, and the other. Like me, because I'm always acting strange, as you well know. We don't know what goes on behind the scenes. So something might not be right somewhere, and he brings out, and he's somehow got to come up to his workplace, i.e. Albion, and put a shift in. So there might be other things, because I noticed him against Norwich and he was on fire. So all I'll say
Do you think he had his sparks though in the game at Sunderland?
Sorry?
Did he have his sparks in the game at
He had
Sunderland?
flashes.
I thought flashes because we didn't have that many attacks, I said to you, because of the way we were playing and set up to play. But overall, he was probably our best player, as in quality-wise.
Yeah, I would agree with that, because I think that his skill set, I think he's the best in the club. I think his tricks, his wizardry, everything about him is good. Bear in mind, he's been at Celtic where he hasn't had a good time. He's come to the Albion where he knows he's loved. Just nurture him, allow him to make mistakes, allow him to have an off day, allow him not to bring his shooting boots. He'll be pure gold.
I think two more things I was going to mention on the Sunderland game, Dad, and I think it's Colin Grant. We talk about Mikey Johnson.
Brilliant.
He was brilliant again. I think he was the one player who got the ball and really took it to Sunderland, and was the reason why we actually got our half for once. I think there was one point where he had the ball, took a massive touch, and just so he can get past one player, barged him off the ball and goes down the wing on his own and busts the gut.
Dan, he's rejuvenated, because I have never seen a. In fact, forget the Colin Grant of old. We'll say the new Colin Grant. He's got the lot.
Yeah.
As soon as he clicks into gear, and he is slowly but surely getting his shooting boots on, I think we're going to be okay.
We should be okay. And the final one I was going to mention on the game was, because you said it to me, Mowat. Someone put in the comments saying that he looks a bit overweight now.
I would agree with it. It may well be, and again, it may well be. I mean, this is just our comments, right? My comment to your comments. We're not endorsed by anybody. We're just paying fans like thousands of others. I actually think he's been in the gym, and I think he's actually got too muscle bound.
You reckon?
Yeah.
Because I think he's been a bit of a different player since his run of form where he's scoring goals.
Yeah.
And now more of the pressure is now on that Maja scoring the goals and no one else anymore. Now the pressure's back on him because he's not doing as much, and they know, right, he's a good player in the Championship. Let's see that form once again, which at the moment he's not replicating.
Well said, because I think now is the time, right, for the fringe players and the players who we don't see very often to come to the party, get on the dance floor, because, right, we know Magic can do it, we know Granty can do it, we know what we've got, right. It's time for people like Swifty, Wallace to step up, because they've all got it in the locker. Because I would love to be a team whereby we're free flowing at the moment. We've got Mikey Johnson, we've got TF, right, we've got Colin Grant, we've got Maja. We're missing the middle, with slice of the cake in the middle. If we can crack that, I think we'll steamroll the teams.
You do hope so, and I think I was going to ask the viewers, question to you viewers, say if we were to keep drawing games at this point in time, how long do you go on until you really question Carlos and his tactics and what's going on? Because I think there's a time where realistically it could switch and we could start winning games, but at the moment we're just drawing games.
Yeah, you know, again, I'm going to take a step back and pragmatic, because I like Carlos. However, I've got to take my emotions out of it. You're right, and I think the only person who can make that decision would be Mr. P. Because I think that he must have a remit, he must have a target, must have KPIs in the big wide world of abbreviations. So only he can tell us. Now the worry.
But that was a good point against Sunderland, may I just say. Of all the points,
Dan,
brilliant point.
You little devil, because you didn't say that after the game. But anyway, you know, one thing that really does concern me, and I'll tell you what, Dan, you don't realise just how much you are on the button, is this, right? A lot of people know this. I'm classing this as silly season, not only for me, but for
Super Frank?
That's what I'm going to say. So let's just see how your mate does.
Go on, Soups.
Yeah?
Go on,
Now,
Soups.
I wonder if anybody guessed that. But anyway, before we go any further...
Mind you know what weird about that is who's the chairman there?
I don't know.
Oh,
I don't know whether it's Richardson or
Doug King or something like
I
that.
don't know, mate.
He basically got rid of like all the voters' opinions and brought in Frank Lampard on his own back. So he got rid of them and thought, right, I just want to bring in him. So that'll be an interesting move there and see how it could affect us because we've got Coventry coming up.
What you've got to imagine though, he's got every right to do that. If he puts his cash into that, then he's right to make the decisions. He lives and has a career by those decisions. But before we go on, because we've had a very, very tough week. I don't mind telling you that Sunderland trip.
It was very long.
Done.
If you went, guys, how are you feeling right now?
And I don't know how the likes of Sir John, Dave, and I'll tell you another one who's got an award.
Who?
He's got an award.
Is this an award for this week?
It's on the horizon. He's Alan Cleverley.
Yeah, it's on the horizon.
I've got a lot of time. I've got a lot of time for them because you know what? I class them as being our surrogate family. Because you know something.
We are a big Albion
family. I should tell you something though. Like everybody else that we speak to, it's refreshing that you're having a terrible day or whatever it is, and you've always got Big Nick. You can always have a chat, have a bounce off, and it just lifts you a little bit, doesn't it? But before I go any further, December, I'm ploughing a lot of time into this channel.
Yep.
And
well done, you though.
I'm going. No, you do more than me because listen, it's not just thrown together.
Exactly.
The rehearsals that we do,
mind you,
and the time that we have.
I think someone commented about the start of the videos.
Yeah, it takes time.
You've got to take time, haven't you?
Yeah, you know something. If you've got a quality content, people will appreciate it, and our Baggies family do. Now listen. So listen, it's called. This is called right. Bearing in mind the age that I am, people that I know, things that go on. It's called December. It's going to be a December of gratitude from us to you. And I'm waiting for you to give me the nod. All right, King Carlos, stop talking. We've got some presents because we've agreed and we've committed, and I don't intend to let people down. So when you're ready, not necessarily now, we'll just do a quick spiel about the Preston game, and then it's awards time.
Okay. Going back at home, Preston, they're not on the greatest form at the moment in time. I think they're 19th in the table. So it's one of those games, let's be honest, you need to win if you want to be up there at the end of the season.
Aren't they all, though? Is there ever a game where you're going to say, we can afford to lose it? I don't mean to dig you out.
No, you're digging me out there.
Worries me,
but those games like your Sunderlands where you could see us getting turned over, or like your Sheffield United where you see getting turned over. These are the games where you have to win just to be up there. I think it was Tim Walter got sacked for Hull.
I can't believe that.
I'm not surprised.
Well, I'll tell a lot. I'll rephrase that. Yeah, it's not.
Or you can't believe how bad they've done.
Yeah. It just goes to show that what you're saying about the Coventry chairman. Again, the Hull chairman, every right to do what he's done. I question the Rossini one though.
Yeah, I do as well. But then going back to Preston, I think it's going to be a really interesting game just because how Carlos may change it. I think the 4-4-2 is working at the moment with the two up top. Yeah,
you said that during the game, didn't you? Because I remember we were arguing about formations. But you know something, Dan? Am I confident? No. Do I think we'll have a draw? Yes. I may even have a defeat. Yeah, because it's so demanding. Listen, Preston, as we know, are 19th in the league.
Yep.
We know that their goalkeeper, Freddie Woodman, was sent off, so he's got a 3-match ban. Potentially, new keeper coming in, bit of nerves, we could steam on. I don't think so. I think that the goalkeeper, like Palmer, has waited to have his chance. It'll be interesting to see.
Because that's right, he had an absolute howler against Stoke. I think he held the ball outside the box, didn't he? I think you showed me that the other day.
How have we done previously at Deepdale?
We should know.
Oh, we tanked them, didn't we?
We tanked them 4-0.
Have we been beaten? Because I remember we've had some shockers there.
Yeah, we've had some shockers. I think Steve Bruce here, we lost like 2-1. You've had 1-1 draws when Hugo was playing, then your favourite player.
Oh, goodness me, yeah. I tell you what, joking apart, Becca made a good point. You know why she likes to go to Preston? And by the way, she's missing action because she's actually grafting. Well done, Bex. Yeah. Is this? Well, the fish and chips nice outside that thing. They've got like a fish and chip van, haven't they?
Yeah, but no, when you...
And there's a supermarket across the way, so you can get your POWS. Because I won't be drinking, I've got to work the next day. But sorry,
what are you doing right now?
This is called a liquid lunch, Daniel. This is
called
a liquid lunch.
But no, yeah, I think this is where like the home games, we need to turn this away form into wins, and that's what we're doing at the moment. This is why I have to rely on the away form at the moment. And I think we can go to Preston and win on Saturday, and I think that is up to how the players are set up once again and who realistically starts. Because for me, I think I would you bring Bartley back in? I probably would, because I thought at times he was one we missed.
I don't know. Here are then, ready? Because we're going to go on and on otherwise. Is this, my score prediction is a hard-fought 2-2 draw.
Really? Yeah. 2-2 draw.
I think Mowat will be one of the goal scorers.
I would like to. I want to see,
but he doesn't know it. See what I've done there?
I like that. That was good from you. Yeah, I just want to see some more goals, and I think we want to see some wins as well. I think this is a prime opportunity to get a win. I think when we went to Preston last time, want to hear a coincidence? They won form, and we won. Now they're not on form, and I think they haven't won for
That
quite
means
a while.
they'll beat us.
It could mean they'll beat
Yeah,
us.
no, listen.
They have got some good players. I think
no,
Sam Green was a really good player for him, who on this day could do
does
damage against
Shed
us.
Evans play for them or not?
I think he does, yes.
Because he's a good player.
Yes, not too sure if he starts as much anymore, but he's a really good player.
I've got an apology to make as well. I was hoping to have a Christmas party at Blackpool after the game, but due to my fall and my back and my calves, I can't go. So sorry, Josh. Dan, listen. Right, what's your score prediction for Preston, please?
I'm going to go for 2-0 wins to the boys. Hopefully it's a
2-0?
confident win, yeah.
A good goal scorer.
I fancy a Madrid Grant.
Any bookings?
I'll tell that on the day.
Malumbi and Madja booked. Jason Wheeler, put that on, son. Now then, Dan, if you want to just talk to the viewers, I've just got to get my Christmas presents.
Yeah?
Sorry, not Christmas presents. It's awards time,
Awesome. But I'll let you do that in the meantime, and I'll carry on for you guys. I think going on...
Have you seen Santa anyway? Because he's left them. Oh, what are they, Dan?
But no, I think going on to the Preston game, we do need to be a bit better, I think, on the ball, keeping possession sometimes. I think Dobbin, I think many people have said that he's not really bringing anything to the party, which he isn't. I thought on the wing, he was a bit sloppy, gave the ball away so many times, which you can't actually afford, especially the way we were playing against Sunderland. Make sure you put down the comment section below, what do you think of that, guys? And I think as the 4-4-2 is working, I think down the wings as well, it's perfect because we're actually offering something up top while just one player is not... Oh, there we go. He's not up top on his own. There's two players, so realistically we're more of a threatening chance. And that's why I think Furlong will come into the side. But what are your formation, guys? What would you start? Who would you start? But go on.
Dan, would you be able to do me a drum roll, please?
A few moments later.
Now then, this is award number 1.
Okay.
And this goes to, if you'd like to just unwrap it, because it's got to go to the engravers.
Okay. This is for what? Who?
Now that is our first official Hall of Famer. Now if you know your onions, it would be...
Carl Swain.
So lift it up. So congratulations to...
Carl Swain. Shout out to him.
This, my friend, will be the first of many because we really do appreciate it.
So we're going to bring this every time we get a Hall of Famer?
Yeah,
Hold up.
Yeah. So
Carl, this is for you, my son.
As you can see, that's cut glass crystal. Let's have a quick look. Right, all I need to know from our Mr.
Carl Swain.
Carl Swain is, do you want that to go on like a plinth where it stands in? Do you want us to engrave it there, or do you just want it like that because you may not be keeping it?
What we could do is we could always just bring this out every time there's Hall of Famer.
Yeah, so Dan,
I'll put this here.
from us to our first official ATM Hall of Famer.
Right then, have we got another one there for
Yeah,
this
can
week?
you do me a drum roll, please, Dan?
Another drum roll.
I'm going to do the questions at the end. This is breaking news.
Breaking news.
So can you unravel that for me, please?
Unravel this one, okay.
Can you hold it up to the viewers? Can you spin it round? Have a guess who that's for?
Who's this one for?
That, my boy, is for our half empty, half full good friend of the channel and an extremely decent fellow with his wife Claire.
Make sure come in the shotgun.
And that would be... There's only one
Jason Wheeler. Yeah,
That's
garbage
for you,
Jace.
Jace.
I
That's for you.
completely agree.
I'm hoping to have it in time for Christmas because we've got to get it to the engravers, but costs are killing me. But so that's the first 2.
But yeah, make sure you stay tuned for some more, guys.
Now, Dan. Now this is. We won't come to the big one until the last week in December before Christmas because we have to have a Christmas break because we're shattered. Is this right? I'm putting you 3 questions out there. Yeah. Now, even if you've won, you can have another crack because if it's our mate who's won the first one, you'll get even bigger prizes. And what are points make?
Prizes.
They do indeed. Right, this is my question. Right, can you do me an analysis of the starting lineup against Sunderland, starting from the keeper, not the squad, just the players that turned up? Give me a rating for them. And just explain, like, do a half-term report.
Have you got a choice of what was your favourite comment from last week?
Yes, I have.
Who's it? Do you know? Was it Luke's? I like Luke's for Luke's days.
Yes, it
Big
was.
shout out to
Actually,
Luke Carroll.
yeah, it was. So that's my first question. My second question is, it's with great regret, and I don't like saying this. My heart does go out. Politely keep it clean. What do we do with Daryl DK?
Daryl DK. Yeah, viewers, what are your thoughts?
And last but not least, FA Cup time is coming round. Chesterfield all over again with that dirty little rat. So, viewers, if you can get
the team correct, you've hit comedy gold. You'll be onto another stratosphere. So that was the 3 questions, Dan.
Yep.
What you got to say for me? Get up by the way. The next gift, right, is yet to be awarded, but our friends at, what's that say? Sergio Tacchini?
Yep.
Do you want to put that in front of the... they're based in Spain, by the way. Put it so the viewers can see. They're on board. Sergio Tacchini.
Big shout out.
Yeah, so listen, Dan, it's been a hellish week. If I'm going to be honest with you, I'm not at all looking forward to the journey. Because I wonder just how many... Well, you've got to go to the doctor this afternoon. I can't the journey.
No, yeah.
So listen, I'm in a fairly good mood. And I think that if we get 3 points tomorrow, I think we'll paint the town with this kiss.
Guys.
Jace,
Yep.
how's your glass of Jace Wheeler?
I'm enjoying code today, Jace.
Now, on the next episode of the preview, we won't do it the game, is we've got awards to give to John Homer, and we've got awards to give to Dave Holloway, and accepted with greatness was Alan the Cleverly.
Exactly.
So there's one more award ready for the person who does a lovely comment, and if we win if we get 5,000 subscribers, the last subscriber is going to get something special. So I'll stop waffling.
Guys, thank you so much for watching this video as always. Do appreciate your support. Make sure to put on the comment section down below what are your thoughts on the game against Preston tomorrow. Dad, anything else to say?
Yeah, listen, Carlos is here. I don't know where the big man's gone, but all I'll say is thank you from the bottom of our hearts for taking the time to like, subscribe, to comment, come up and say hello, because we're no different from you. All I'll say is this: bad weather's coming. Stay fit, stay safe, and stay healthy. And in a world where you can be anything, just be grateful.
What time is it?
It's showtime!